Good evening, everybody. This is a crypto market recap for Tuesday, April 1st. I apologize, I have not been around here, and we have been going through a tough time in the market. So I am very sorry that I have not been available to kind of guide what I've been seeing. And yeah, this has been difficult to navigate. So we've lost our Bitcoin dominance equilibrium that we had. So Bitcoin is the dominant coin and where people are parking their money in this time where there's uncertainty. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be a big day, and with Trump tariff announcements, it's going to rock the market. But I believe unless he says things that aren't known, basically the market just reacts on uncertainty. So it's if he says something that was not already known, so we all know this is going to happen, and so we're expecting it to happen, and the market has a tendency to price in these type of things. That being said, if he says something that wasn't expected or was more than expected or something to that effect, which I mean, he definitely has a tendency to say a lot of crazy things and go a little bit over the top on something. So that is a possibility at this time that we have to be ready to react to. As far as Bitcoin itself, we kind of got this possible head and shoulders lining up right now, and we're coming to this trend line that we've reacted many times to, and we're right at it right now. So we've made enough room to set up or to make a daily higher low on the way back down, but we're just looking for a daily lower high than 88,839. So we can just end up in an equilibrium here. I have this, and we've got the 50 moving average pinned right above us. So we are coming into a make or break time, and maybe it is tariffs that decide the future, the path forward, and maybe it's a fake out. But we need to be able to react either way. So I'm still looking at this like this as an equilibrium. We're looking for that daily lower high at this time, and with caution that the tariff news can rock the markets essentially. So Ethereum, we just held this weekly support back here. I guess that's monthly support actually from the last weekly. We're just holding support right here. And now we're looking for a daily lower high than 2104.85. And we've got the 12 moving average pinned above us, so we don't like that. We need to make as much room as possible, and potentially we could have an equilibrium here. Or, we can see an equilibrium at this point. XRP. So we started a daily bounce, not a lot of follow through so far with an upper wick. We've got the 12 moving average above us. This double bottom will be, actually it's not quite a double bottom. But yeah, it will be important to hold this low. We are in an equilibrium at this point. So here's our high, higher low, lower high. We're looking for that higher low at this point. It's a big drawn out weekly equilibrium at this point. So we'll see which way this breaks, and hopefully that's bullish. I like seeing everything moving up together. Litecoin. So I was watching this rising wedge, which of course here we broke out of it, and we broke down with not a lot of follow through at this point. Not that won't happen. But we had a daily inside bar today, and we're in a daily inside bar right now, double inside bar. But we don't want this to see more follow through. We're right at this double. We wicked right at support. We do want to hold this and not see follow through at this point. Otherwise, this is a big equilibrium that is breaking bear, and we don't want to see this. So hopefully we hold that bottom. Otherwise, we're risking a lot more downsides. Then we're looking at 71.94, But yeah, we've come a long way since we were looking good at this point, and looking better than the rest of the crypto names. Like, we were closest to the previous highs, but then for whatever reason, we got shut down really hard, and we didn't bounce well, and we saw a lower low follow through, and we don't like seeing that. There's a little bit of bullish divergence on this, so we made a lower low here on price, and we didn't make a lower low on RSI, so that could end up correcting at some point here, but there is a bit more room to the downside available for RSI to go for sure. Hype just holding on to this support right now, so now we're bouncing on the daily. We're still in a kind of a bear flag at this point. Double bottom right here. We need to hold this level. Get above the 0.382, and we're just looking for a lower high than 1733. So be on the watch out for that. And potentially we can just tighten up, because we held support here, so we can just potentially just tighten up over here into an equilibrium. BNB was definitely holding up better than the rest from what I was seeing. As far as retracement from our previous low there, we're still holding the 0.382. So as far as the closes, we held the 0.382. So if we can hold this 587, would look really good. We're just looking for a daily lower high than 642, sorry, and potentially tighten up here. But we would be expecting a lower high on the way back up, barring any news. And we have confirmed our daily downtrend now, so we are in a daily downtrend, and the most likely scenario is to see that lower high than 642. So where that comes from, that is important, because if this is all we bounce, then it's higher likelihood that we could see more downside. Solana, so far we are holding this support, but we are already retraced a significant amount. So if we do hold, we're bouncing right now, but this is a very insignificant bounce. And this 12 moving average is pretty much pinning us down. We got a little bit above it, but we lost it. Now we back tested, and we're at risk of testing this lower support now. But we're looking for just a daily higher low at this point than 112.40, and potential to see an equilibrium at this point play out. But we just don't like that all our moving averages are above us now. Not a happy place to be. Same with Ondo. Moving averages are above us on our daily bounce right now, but not significant, so we need to make more room. We did hold support, which is good, and potentially we see an equilibrium play at this point. Link holding support at this point. We have a potential inverse head and shoulders here lining up, and we've retraced a lot that we would let's see. Yeah, we hit the platinum zone on the way back down, so you don't like to see that. You like to see the 0.382 or the 0.5 hold on the right shoulder. So otherwise we're just looking for that lower high, and it can come fast. It can come fast and just shoot us down more. Sui holding support at this time. Potential inverse head and shoulders setting up, but we've pulled back enough that we would be expecting a lower high on the way back up, and we could just play out an equilibrium at this point. XLM. So we're holding support. Oh, we just broke that support. We're still in this support, which is, yeah, I was watching this rising wedge, which we did end up losing here. Now we're looking for a daily lower high on the way back up. Then 30 cents, 30.3019, and yeah, kind of a weak bounce so far, and we've got the moving averages above us, so not what you want to see. we are definitely at risk of heading down to this 22 support level. ADA bouncing on the daily, so right now just looking for a lower high. Then 77.4 cents, and we've bounced just a weak bounce. If this is all we see, then we're at risk of testing this 58.58 support. Dogecoin, we're in this equilibrium here. Here's the high, higher low, lower high, higher low. And so watching this play out, still a weak bounce on this bounce so far. Don't like that the 12 moving average is above us. Hbar already down into new lows. Hbar is definitely one of the weaker names. And yeah, we're just a weak bounce so far. Just kind of at this point, we're only just back testing this previous support, and it could turn into resistance and shoot us down for at this point. We've got the moving averages above us, very weak look. MOCHI still holding this support at this time, but we've retraced a lot, and we would just be looking for a lower high on the way back up, and look out for an equilibrium. Alpha, as I was saying, I was watching this rising wedge. We fell out now, and we got significant follow through, broke down to a lower low. Not a significant follow through at this point of support break, but we are not bouncing that great either. Need to see more significant bounce. We're just not getting a lot of volume. There's not a lot. These are daily candles, and there's just not a lot of range. Not a lot happening. Kind of like a slow bleed. This is just a slow bleed down. You don't like seeing that. Caspa so far holding our support over here, but we've retraced a lot now that we would be looking for a lower high on the way back up, which we're bouncing now, but we need to make more room here to, I was kind of looking at this like a rising wedge at this point too, which it was. We got 3 touches on the top there, and then it fell out. So now, yeah, hopefully this weekly support holds and we head back up and hopefully just make an equilibrium at this point. But we've got the moving averages above us. Don't like it. AVAX, quite a significant retrace already. Just looking at this like a big equilibrium at this point. And we're bouncing on the day. We do have a lot of room to play to set this higher low. So it's not set yet, but we're bouncing anyways on the daily. Just looking for a daily lower high, then 23.46, and then see if we make a higher low than, or this. I mean, this could hold at this point, but no guarantees so far. And yeah, we got the 12 moving average above us. Ton actually looking strong, still holding our daily uptrend. Looks like we might have potentially set it or be setting up for a top here. But ton is actually, wow. Yeah, this actually has been going and holding this daily uptrend. So ton is actually looking good at this time relatively. But we're just looking for a weekly lower high than really the all-time high, or 720. So there's lots of room for that to happen. And I'd be weary of when we lose the daily uptrend that our weekly lower high would be set. But whenever that happens, we've made a lot of room now. I want to see this support hold. Actually, yeah, we'll go with the daily support. Yeah, kind of a double bottom there. Otherwise, if we start coming back here, we're setting up for a head and shoulders, which could definitely be the case. Trump, haven't seen this in a long time. So we're bouncing on the daily. Still looking at this like a So there's double top there. So we're still looking at this like an equilibrium potentially. Double top there makes it more powerful. Or triple top, I guess. Still having the 12 moving average above us. Don't like that. We're in a daily bear flag at this time. Very weak bounce on this pennant, allowing this 12 moving average to catch up. So we are at risk at Trump of losing this equilibrium. Actually, we kind of, I mean, you could say we did when we lost this low, actually. When we lost this low, we could say that, and now we're just testing the bottom support, and hopefully that holds. Otherwise, we're looking at the all-time lows. Okay, so tariffs announcement come out at noon Pacific, so 3 Eastern, so an hour before the close. And not sure how long he's going to talk for, but that is going to be definitely volatility. We will see one way or another. My lean is still bull at this point unless he says something that is not known and there's a surprise. So if there's a surprise, expect the volatility, and we could potentially go test or break supports. So be cautious of that, and I'll check in tomorrow and see how things shape up from there. Okay, bye.